Here's a $1 million question. Is Donald Trump a Christian? No. Of course Donald Trump is not a Christian. Look at his behavior. Would St. Paul say something like, I'm rich so I can grab women by the pussy? Would he be pictured with his eldest daughter sitting on his lap in a sexually suggestive way? Would Jesus Christ say something like this about Princess Diana? And I quote, I could have nailed her if I wanted to, but she'd have to take an HIV test first. Which we have to recognize is actually a slur on Princess Diana because she had the boldness to give a hug to a child in the 1990s at a New York AIDS charity. Back when people used to believe that AIDS, which is a government-invented bioweapon, by the way, was going to kill you if you touched somebody with it. You know, a fear-demic, kind of like what we're in the middle of right now. 6 feet apart, everybody. No, Donald Trump cannot possibly be a Christian in any legitimate sense of the word because you will know them by their works, and pretty much everything that Donald Trump has put across is arrogance, lewdness. At least he's not an alcoholic, I give him that. But gluttony. He's not a pacifist. He believes in war. I've never heard him say anything about disarming our nuclear weapons. He is a nationalist. He is aggressive in his policy. Yes, he believes that this is defending the United States, but there is nothing whatsoever that is consistent between American nationalism, jingoism, or stockpiling up more and more sophisticated forms of weaponry so that you can defend the nation, and Christianity. They just don't really mix. Jesus made it really clear that basically Christianity is a pacifistic religion. If you don't think so, look at what Jesus did when he was in Gethsemane the night before he was crucified and they came to take him to the cross. Jesus said that he had the capacity to call a legion of angels, which may in fact mean a legion of extraterrestrial beings, because that's very possibly what Jesus was, and possibly had the ability to change time, space, and kill everybody standing there with a thought. But he didn't. He healed the man who Peter cut his ear off. Peter cut off the ear of Malchus, who was a servant of the high priest. Jesus puts his ear back on. Jesus also said that if somebody strikes you in the face, that the appropriate reaction is to turn the other cheek. In other words, to disarm their anger by being pacifistic and show them that you mean them no harm. He said, if somebody steals your cloak, give him, I don't know what he said. It might have been your shoes also, or something like that. He said, if somebody compels you to walk a mile with him, be compassionate and walk too. I guess that, you know, just in looking at the United States just in general and the modern world in general, the modern world has nothing to do with Christianity. We are so far, and the world has never had anything to do with an actual purebred lifestyle of Christianity. That's the reason why Jesus said, like, my ways are not your ways. I come from the Father. My mind is the mind of the Father. I show you the mind of the Father. The way of the world is violence, competition for power, classism, sexism, racism, gluttony, drug addiction, pedophilia, witchcraft, capitalist excesses, totalitarian